Coachella Valley, and welcome to Live with Your Chamber. I'm your host, Katie Stice, CEO at the Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce. And today we are so excited to bring you such an incredible leader in our valley, Cindy Burrison, CEO of the Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert, to talk all about the reopening of our valley's favorite museum, most treasured family museum. So if you're there watching, give a little hello, a thumbs up, leave a comment to say hi and show your support. And let's bring out our guests now. Please give a warm welcome for Cindy Burrison. Round of
Hey,
applause.
thanks.
Cindy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, we're thrilled to have you because Children's Discovery Museum has just been the talk of the town, especially since you've taken the helm and really reimagined this entire museum. It's incredible. We're all so excited. So tell us a little bit about this phased reopening.
So, we're super excited as well. And I'm really fortunate that I have such a great team, my staff, my board of directors, and of course, the community behind this. It's really a team effort. And again, it's built by the community and for the community. But the phased reopening, we are going to have 40 new exhibits in the end. We're opening for Memorial Day weekend. So it's right around the corner. I can't even believe it. A month from now, we're going to have trucks rolling in with the exhibits being installed finally. You can see that we have paint, we have new carpet. Things are really happening around here, and we're so excited to welcome families back Memorial Day weekend. The second phase that you had mentioned is two sections of our museums will be following a little bit behind, about like a month after. And just because of the fabrication process and getting those things out here. But it's going to be amazing. Really amazing.
Well, we can't wait because this museum has such a long history in our valley. Can you share a little bit about that history?
Yeah, so we have been here for almost 3 decades. And I mean, as a mom, I can't believe how long we've been coming here. We have so many pictures of our kids here. And every time I go out into the community and talk to folks, my first question is, have you ever been to the museum? And it's so great to hear people came as kids on a field trip or with their families and have since then brought their kids or grandkids. We
Oh.
were conceptualized by two teachers who just realized the importance of learning outside of the classroom, and
Mhm.
particularly hands-on learning. And we had a group of people that came along, and um, philanthropists and people that raised money and raised awareness, and were able to build this in different phases. And we've grown to 3 buildings, so we have 6.5 acres, and it's just gangbusters. And so now in this phase, we're so excited to bring it to date, particularly with the kids and everything that they're exposed to nowadays with digital and
Mhm.
technology and such, that we just wanted to really bring something that sort of downplayed those things, but at least brought more relevance and newness to the experiences.
Well, congratulations on all of your efforts in helping to bring it all to fruition. It's been amazing to watch. But let's talk a little bit about, so you talked about these 40 exhibits coming up. We know there's going to be lots of programming, but can you share a little bit about some of the accessibility that people can look forward to?
Yes. So we're really fortunate because we kind of looked at this like a blank slate and tried to think about ways that we could really be impactful in the improvements and the reimagination that we're doing. And one of those areas was with regard to inclusivity and accessibility. Because we're closed, we have the ability to reach out to grants that helped us get funding for things like automatic doors. We've never had those, and it's been 3 decades, and it's going to be such an amazing thing for families that need that, to make it an easier visit for them.
Mhm.
Things like that. We also are building a low sensory space for families who may have meltdowns and need a place to come back to calm so they can either enjoy their visit or go home in a better state of mind. We are reopening, thanks to Visit Greater Palm Springs for creating this amazing initiative to try to get our valley autism ready. We're taking part in that. and we're reopening as a certified autism center. And so what that means is 100% of our staff is going to be trained in sensory sensitivity training. We're going to have sensory bags that have things like headphones, sunglasses, fidget toys, VIP badges for our guests so that we as a staff can know those that may need some extra resources or attention. And then we just received our sensory guides through this auditing company. We went through and did an audit of everything that's to come. And so these guides show the type and level of sensitivity of each exhibit. So
Wow.
then we can put those on our website, and families can plan their visit before they even get here to steer clear from things that might be a trigger and
Mhm.
gravitate towards things that are going to make their visit even better. So
You
it's
know,
so many things.
there are, and this gallery has just been so well thought out with, everything, every single exhibit, but especially, these exhibits that really offer certain accessibilities for families who might be looking. And I think through this process, you and I have both heard from people from the community say, thank you so much for doing this. This will make our visits and planning our stays so much easier. We're really being set up for success. So I know families out there are just so grateful because there's not much else like it, if anything at all.
Yeah, I would agree. I think being out in the community and even working different events with, say, the Autism Society
Mhm.
um, and things like that, we do get a lot of great feedback. And I've even gotten great feedback that have then caused us to take other steps, additional steps towards accessibility. For example, I did a presentation and a gentleman asked if we were going to have adult changing tables in our restrooms because he has an adult child,
Mhm.
and that was a need that he didn't find many places. And I said on the spot, we don't, but we will now. And so that's
Yeah.
one of the things that was on the audit, was asking that, and she couldn't believe that we're going to be taking that measure, but it's so important. And so when you hear about things like that, of course we want to be able to accommodate as much as we can when we hear those suggestions and those things that are needed by these families, so that they can have the same experience here for their families that every child should have. We just want everybody to come here and have a great time.
Love that. And talk to us a little bit about funding, fundraising, and how anybody who's out there watching can participate in assisting and supporting these reopening efforts, and then also support to come down the road as well.
So our little monogram that we keep saying is ABF, pardon me, always be fundraising.
Mhm.
And that holds true every step of the way and moving forward. Eventually, we have big goals of having an endowment and planned giving opportunities and things like that. But in the immediate future, every single dollar really does help. I think one of the biggest misconceptions that I face when I'm out in the public is that we are funded federally or by the state or what have you, and we're not. We're a nonprofit. So we do have the ability to create revenue here once we're open, but having been closed, we haven't had those opportunities. So it has come from every dollar from the community, the cities like the city of Rancho Mirage that have helped us, businesses that have helped us, and the community at large at all different levels. Every single bit of that helps. We've also done a lot of grant writing as well. And right now we have a fundraiser that I think is really attractive to the business community. It's called Color Our Courtyard. And if you've been here, or if not, I'll be happy to share a picture with anyone. We have a great center lawn, and around the lawn, we have pillars that look like crayons. So we're actually selling the crayon wrappers, if you will. So businesses or families, or in tribute to a loved one, you can create one of these crayon labels and be part of this great exposure for your business or family, while really creating this beautiful aesthetic, fun aesthetic in a really prominent spot in the museum.
I love that. Color the courtyard. And for everybody who's out there listening, watching, if you just go down to the website, which is on the ticker, cdmod.org. You can find that information, camp information. I mean, everything is all there. But I love the idea of Color the Courtyard because it is such a great way for the business community to put their name out there that they're supporting the museum, and all the families that come in get to see it as well. And I do think it's true. Every single dollar counts. And so it's great to know that for all of you out there that want to donate, support, help see this museum really come to fruition, and be here for years to come for families, every dollar truly matters. And so we encourage all of the support that you can give. And tell me now, what are some of the new exhibits that are coming that you're most excited about? I know you're going to say all of them.
I know, I am gonna say all of them. I really am so excited. I mean, just even the colors of the museum get me fired up. It just looks
Mhm.
so joyful, and I can't wait for kids to come in and see the looks on their faces. But I think in particular, we have some unique things like painting with light. We've got this big giant stained glass house that's going to be in the middle of the museum, and it has dichromatic film as the stained glass panels. And so we have, as you can see, we have so much natural light. So when that shines in here through those paints, it's going to create this beautiful prismatic kaleidoscope effect. I cannot wait to see that. I've already seen pictures of it assembled, and I'm just like, get it here. And then inside that, we're going to have paint with light. So it'll be those same panes on magnetic movable items with lights up above, so that when you move them, it creates a prismatic painted canvas, and it's going to be so great. Um, we have a scientific section. We
Mhm.
have a 14-foot net climbing structure,
Wow.
overlooks the whole museum. I mean, we just, so many things. It's going to be so fun. Right behind,
It's
right behind me is going to be a garden taco stand where you can make caterpillar tacos, grasshopper tacos. There's going to be a theater right here with real soundscapes and lighting and costumes. And I mean, it's going to
wow.
be bananas.
Incredible. I mean, it just sounds like it's going to blow everyone's mind, which is just incredible. You know, our valley truly is looking forward to this opening. We can't wait. Thank you for being at the helm. And I feel like describing some of those exhibits, you've already shared quite a bit of this, but we have a lot of amazing attractions in the valley. How is the museum going to be a little bit different from some of those other incredible attractions?
I think one of the main differences is the hands-on learning. We
Yeah.
really try to strive for unguided experiences or
Mhm.
loosely guided experiences and the family interaction. We're not
Mhm.
a daycare center, so we
Mhm.
want families to come. A lot of times families either don't have the resources, the materials, or the don't take the time maybe to have those interactions. So to have people here, I mean, I know coming with my family and being able to build blocks, 10 feet high with my kids and have them fall down. We don't do that at home necessarily, but to have those interactions here and be able to see that, I think is really special. Um, I think also the fact that we've got great programming. You mentioned camps. We're in the middle of spring break camp right now. We're going to have summer camps. We're going to
Mhm.
have a lot of community collaboration as well. So we're going to have special sensory nights or sensory days, partnering with homeschool groups, partnering with Boys and Girls Club, all kinds of different organizations that can come here and take part. So I think that makes us unique also because
Yeah.
we are kind of a magnet for the community to come together and celebrate kids.
Well, that's you. You have done such a great job of really bringing so many nonprofits together with their services because they all kind of find ways where everything can complement, right? The really the family at the end of the day. So, last question for you, Cindy. Why do you do what you do? This has been such, an incredible labor of love. It's been 4 years, right? The museum's really been through such an incredible time. Why do you do it? What keeps you going every day?
I think what keeps me going is I really love this place. I mean, I loved it before I was ever here. And I
Yeah.
think that's the thing. I mean, I always say I have literally 700 or 800 pictures of my kids here. So it's really been part of our family. And so I know the importance of it. And I know how it's been lacking in the community the last 4 years. And it's really important that we bring it back because I know the impact it has on littles and families. And I just love this place. I don't know. I just love it.
Well, thank you for joining us today. And again, for everyone who's out there watching, I think the ask is to please support the museum. There's a multitude of ways you can. Financial donations are definitely needed, but there's also volunteering opportunities. There's so many different ways. So, Cindy, thank you for all that you do. We cannot
Thank
wait for the
you.
opening. Congratulations on launching those camps, and the community looks forward to supporting you in any ways that we can.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you soon, my friend.
Bye.
And thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Live with Your Chamber. It is absolutely my pleasure just to bring you our community, the stories, the growth, the changes. It's such a pleasure to be a part of the Coachella Valley. And thank you for allowing me to do this work here. If there's a way that I can help you, your nonprofit, you professionally, let me know. That's what your chamber is here for. We look forward to seeing you next time. Take care of yourselves and each other.